What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this newest album from Westside Gunn called Who Made the Sunshine. Now, Westside Gunn is a member and also the founder of Griselda Records, a record label coming out of Buffalo who's really been putting in consistent work throughout this year and throughout the past couple of years, to be honest with you. I'd say Griselda Records is one of the most hard-working labels out there right now because they continue to release projects. Even this year alone, we've got Conway the Machine coming through with plenty of great drops, and Westside Gunn himself dropped Pray for Paris just a couple of months ago. That's actually one of my favorite Westside Gunn projects, but you know how it goes with Westside Gunn, man. He puts out so much stuff that whenever you ask someone what their favorite project is, you're probably going to get a different answer. That's a good thing and a bad thing because on one hand, he is flooding the streets, but on the other hand, there is a little bit of Griselda fatigue that does set in for people sometimes, myself included. Even still though, they do remain consistent with most of their music, and I did think this was a pretty dope project. It does paint by the numbers, so I didn't come out of it feeling overly excited or intrigued, but the usual footsteps that they follow in are still working. For example, you got The Butcher and the Blade. This is your typical Griselda posse cut where Gunn, Conway, and Benny are coming through with gritty bars over top of this beat with thick drums, twinkling keys, and a bit of a plodding pace. There are a lot of beats on here that I feel kind of have the same type of sound. They're very similar and safe, so that was one thing I didn't care for with this project. I didn't think the production was as varied as what we got on Conway's project, and you can even say the same thing about the content because Gunn isn't really doing anything different. In spite of that though, I still really like the song The Butcher and the Blade. You got Westside Gunn on here referencing Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I'm always here for that. And Benny has a great verse on here when he spits, "Cannon my ride, we never been in shit and do not slide. The ops get it in 2 days or less like Amazon Prime." As usual, I'm butchering people's lines when I say them, but I thought that was a dope line right there. This track also has some of that silly singing from Westside Gunn that we've come to hear on a couple of tracks, and he does the same thing on All Praises, where we get some great sample chopping and high quality street verses from Boldy James and Jadakiss. Now the thing is, whenever it comes to his singing, I know some people like it. They say it shows off his personality and it's kind of funny, but personally I just find it grating and annoying. It doesn't completely ruin these tracks and make them my least favorites or anything like that, but I would have much preferred a better hook on there, so it did take away from them a little bit and kind of annoyed me, to be honest with you. Just depends on how you feel about his singing though. And since I have touched on some of the features here, I gotta be completely honest with you guys, I think the features absolutely stole the show throughout this project. That's not to say Westside Gunn is a terrible rapper, I certainly don't think he is, but as I was working on this review, he was pretty much an afterthought, man. Most of the moments that really stuck out to me are what we're getting from these guests. Like when you have Black Thought popping up on Ishakabibbles, he's coming through with a clever reference to the boxer Leon Spinks when he spits, "This coke will knock the face off the Sphinx like Leon," and Slick Rick showcases his legendary storytelling skills on Good Night, where he and Westside Gunn are telling a tale of crime. Really getting vivid on there, I thought that was a great track, and Slick Rick returns with more of his smooth, iconic style on Ocean Prime. This features another legend by the name of Busta Rhymes who comes through with his expected charisma and energy, and I thought it was dope when he had this NBA bar here when he says, "Bitches can't manage this D in the morning like I'm Alonzo." Obviously a reference to Alonzo Mourning, basketball, defense, da-da-da-da-da, you know how it goes. But to get back to the production for a minute, I did say that many of these beats are very similar and safe. I do still feel that way, but I still like them, you know what I mean? Even on big bashes, we're getting this whimsical feel with shimmering keys. I just wish there was something a little bit different throughout this project because it really does feel like he's staying in his lane. It is a good thing because if you're a fan of Westside Gunn, I'm not saying you would expect him to do something too crazy, but I do think he could have taken a bit more risks here, maybe mix the production up, and that would have made it more memorable because some of these tracks too just did not work for me very much at all. You got Frank Murphy. There are certainly some dope verses on here, especially Stove God, who comes through with a great verse as he says he's got a plug that looks like Razor Ramon, but this beat is sure to have opinions divided, man. It is so warbly, slow, and weird, kind of has a creepy experimental feel to it, so I could understand people liking it, but I didn't care for that production at all. And then we have Liz Loves Luger, which is by far the worst song on this album. You got Armani Caesar doing some struggle singing on here, and Westside Gunn is just rapping like he's got a subscription to Ghetto Gaggers and Kink.com because he's talking about spitting in mouths, choking, hitting it from the back with his foot on the back of their neck, just all kinds of weird shit like that. Not a good song. I would say that is by far one of the worst Westside Gunn songs I've ever heard before. But thankfully, Armani Caesar is much better on 98 Sabres. This is another Griselda posse cut. We've got Gunn, Conway, and Benny fitting in nice with Armani Caesar. I didn't think she felt out of place there. And you're getting this beat from Just Blaze, who, come on, Just Blaze is a legend. And you know, it's just amazing to me that Westside Gunn was able to get all these legends on this project. Just getting Black Thought on here, of course, is amazing. Slick Rick is rare. Hearing him, that was great. Busta Rhymes, Just Blaze on the beat. These are all the things that really stuck out to me more than Westside Gunn himself, but he still did his thing on here too. So all in all, man, I'm going to go with a 7 out of 10. I almost went with the 6.5. So as I said earlier, man, there is a little bit of Griselda fatigue that kicks in once in a while, and this to me wasn't too far out of the ordinary. I actually think Pray for Paris just had better production. I think Westside Gunn's rapping on there was better as well, but I could understand someone liking this better than that one too, because you do get such great features throughout this, you know? It just depends on what it is that you prefer from Westside Gunn. But still, man, another solid project from Griselda. They continue to go hard, and I'm sure we're going to get another 3 or 4 projects from them this year, because that's how it goes. But you guys let me know down below how you feel about this project, how you feel about Westside Gunn's other projects. Do you like this or Pray for Paris better? And of course, make sure you do that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.